Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about Basketball Wives, Season 7, Episode 11. Let's talk about Jen, a.k.a. receipts, a.k.a. no receipts, a.k.a. liar, a.k.a. trying to set people up, a.k.a. don't want to hold the bag, a.k.a. can't tell the truth, a.k.a. just a terrible person, a.k.a. got no morals, a.k.a. have no values. It's like at the end of the episode, Jennifer really went in on Tami, was like, you can wear all the fancy clothes that you have, but you still act like you want somebody with like you still on food stamps. Like, there's a lot of people out here in this world that's on food stamps. They can't afford to pay their bills, that are single mothers, single fathers, can't afford, to pay their bills and buy food at the same time, because food is very expensive. So now you're throwing shade at people that are on food stamps, even though you're trying to just shade Tami. But you got to think about what you say, because there's a lot of people out here that need government assistance, or a lot of people out here that wants government assistance. That's just shady. And then we have Evelyn. She's throwing, shade at Tami, talking about, Tami ain't wearing labels. She's wearing fake labels, almost insinuating when Tami first got on the show, she was wearing bootleg clothes, and so many words that she was saying. It's like, damn, you're going to throw that out there like that? There's a lot of women out here that want labels, a lot of kids, boys and girls that want labels but can't afford labels. Some of them rob, some of them steal, some of them are depressed behind it, So it's just like you put so much emphasis on labels and trying to make somebody feel bad because they can afford it. As long as they got clothes on their back, that's what counts. And like, there's a lot of people that watch you and follow you that can't afford labels. So it's just like, damn, what kind of message is Jennifer and Evelyn trying to send out this episode? Like, come on, like, miss me with that. And then at the end of the episode, Jennifer continued to lie and say, oh no, at the end when she was caught in all her lies, she tried to say at the end, oh no, it was Tami. Tami started it all. And Shawnee was like, yo, you already owned up to it that you made up the rumor. Like, you started this. Everybody's looking at her like, damn, like you was put on the spot as a bona fide liar, as just like, oh, like, well, OMG, like the worst of the worst. Like, when you caught with your hand in the cookie jar, you still gonna lie. I feel bad for Tim from Sweetie Pies, because you tried to get him fired because he wouldn't marry you, and he tried to put out tweets like, oh, the OWN network has somebody that's involved in the domestic dispute, domestic violence case, so he can get kicked off his show, just like you tried to break up Evelyn and Shawnee's relationship, so Evelyn possibly wouldn't be on the show. And then you didn't even care if you bring destruction, harm towards Shawnee's ex-husband, the kids, and how that was going to affect the dynamics of their relationship and the peace and the harmony that they have in their family. Like, you are really a bad person. Like, not only you just have no morals, no values, just to be relevant. Just like Tami said, like, when you're relevant, you don't have to do things to become relevant. When you got power, you don't have to act like you have power. You don't have to tell people you got power. You just got power. And it's like, you thirsty, like you so thirsty that it's just ridiculous, where you're going to use this new storyline that Tami should take some ownership because she told, Shawnee about the secret. But Tami wouldn't have nothing to run and tell if you didn't tell Tami anything. If you didn't say anything to Tami wouldn't have anything to say. If you didn't say anything to Malaysia about this rumor, this secret, and all this other stuff, Malaysia wouldn't have nothing to say or nothing to tell, and you and Malaysia would still be cool, and you and Tami would still be cool. You and Shawnee would still be cool if you would have kept your mouth closed and kept your lies to yourself and stopped trying to be destructful. Like, damn, like just like, Jen, like, you really came off really terrible this episode. I don't know how you gonna get married, how you gonna have somebody to date you when you're showing these characteristics on this show. And then how many people gonna believe you about the Tim Welcome to Sweetie Pie situation? And you don't, like, if you would go to this length to split up Evelyn and Shawnee, what would you do to him because he didn't want to marry you? So it's like, your credibility is like gone, like you lost it. Any credit that you had out here is just total diminished. Like, people just gonna look at you as a liar straight up and down. And then we have Christian just following behind you. Christian, you just been invited to this group. You don't need to ask Jackie or ask Malaysia to go hang out with Jennifer. They can choose and decide to hang out with Jennifer if they want to. They have known Jennifer longer than you know Jennifer, and Jennifer has known Jackie and Malaysia longer than you have. So why would you well, maybe you knew Malaysia a lot longer because you was dating her cousin, and you got a kid with him, and you married. But the situation is, they know the ins and outs of their relationship with Jen, and know what kind of person she is. So if they're trying to tell you something, listen to it. And Jennifer hasn't been real with you since you began talking. She even accused you of lying to Cece, trying to switch her words around when she was only joking. And then she turned around and said, in the meeting that you had with Cece and, Malaysia and Jackie, about trying to build your relationship back up. She said to Cece, I just thought you guys were surface friends. That's what, Christian told me. Like, she don't pick up none of that shadiness. And it was like, hopefully, Christian, your husband don't lose his job coaching Shaquille O'Neal's sons because you're messy behind, wants to follow behind Jen. Get with the status quo and be your own person. You don't have to follow anybody. You don't have to follow the other ladies and do what they do. But when someone is hurting people that you have known for years, like Cece in Malaysia, and they have a disdain for that person because of things that they have done, and Jennifer has proven to you and shown to you, especially tonight when she goes, it was Tami that started the rumor. Like, she ended up went back to her original lie and said it was Tami. So miss me with that. So anyways, we have Jennifer and we have Shawnee. They're out shopping. Evelyn couldn't wait to throw shade at Tami, talking about she used to wear, fake clothes and things like that. I was like, damn, that's so low down and dirty. Like, that's so wrong. And, you shouldn't have laughed. Shawnee, showing favoritism right now. You shouldn't have been laughing. And it's just like, wow, miss me with that. Just cracking on the woman because she didn't have labels back then when you knew her. But now she got labels, and she took her opportunity on Basketball Wives and made something fruitful out of the situation. What have you done? You just got pregnant so you can get child support and get a check every month. Then on top of that, you did have a TV show for a little while, but it got canceled. You haven't been married since Chadwick Ocho Cinco. And Carl Crawford, he just walked away. He walked away so quick, he let you keep the ring, even though the word on the street is you stole the ring. So you out here stealing too as well. Jennifer's out here lying, Evelyn's out here stealing, and we have Evelyn and Tami actually trying to make the narrative that Tami is at fault for the situation of Jennifer actually making up a lie, making up a rumor. So it's Tami's fault because she told Shawnee. That makes no sense. Tami wouldn't have nothing to say if Jennifer didn't make up these rumors. So it seems like Evelyn and Jennifer got together, knew that this rumor was going to come out because they were going to come on this season Tami and act like their shit don't stink, and they knew that they gonna probably do something that where Tami was not going to keep Jennifer secret no more. So when it come out, Evelyn was going to have Jennifer's back, and it was going to create the narrative that Tami should take some ownership because she did it because she's hating. She ain't hating. She just realized that, damn, why am I keeping a secret for somebody that don't even deserve for me to keep a secret? At the end of the episode, she said she still act like she got food stamps, like she's on food stamps. Like, come on. Then you dissing her because there's no reason for her to even keep that secret for Jennifer. She didn't deserve it. Jennifer started off this season spreading rumors behind you, Evelyn, following you. Even when Tami tried to talk to Jennifer, chill out, slow your roll, you're acting just like Evelyn. You had all these problems with her. You're going in ways deep, and you just spewing drama everywhere. And then Jennifer was like, miss me with that. Then Jennifer on top of that was laughing at everything Evelyn said about Tami. So why should she hold her secret, and why should she be loyal to someone that's not loyal to her or even respect her? So we see that she don't respect her either. So it is what it is. So then we have Shawnee talking to Evelyn about, her son's dating or whatever. And then Evelyn was like, what if they get somebody who's pregnant? Like, you hope that her sons get your daughter pregnant, something like that. Something like you did to Carl Crawford. Make sure you secure the bag at all costs. Make sure you get pregnant. And it was just like, damn, Shawnee's in the back of her head saying, I don't want my son to date any woman that are like you. And then, Shawnee was like, these girls are whores and things like that at a young age and all this other stuff. stuff, their thoughts and this and that. And then, Evelyn had the nerve to say, what age did they start? What age did you start, Evelyn? What age did you start starting and bopping? Or being a chicken head? When did you start being a chicken head? Like, she was acting so shocked. Like, women actually play, guys, they play games, or they be looking for money. Like, that's the only thing that you have done. That's what you're known for, sleeping around. Nothing else credits you but sleeping, and who you're dating, who you sleeping with, whose husband you sleeping with, who you spreading them legs wide open. The latest person is who? French Montana. So moving on from that situation, I thought that conversation was funny. I know Shawnee, which is her sons, never meet a girl like Evelyn, because she's going to get that bag either with a ring or she's going to get pregnant. Regardless, she's going to get that bag and she's going to use you and hold it up against you. And so we have Cece, we have Malaysia, and we have Jackie and Kristen. They go out for lunch or whatever, and they're having a conversation about Jackie's, play. And they was like, oh, why wasn't you there, Cece? Cece was like, I threw myself a little small birthday party. He said it was 3 people, then she said it was 20 people. She said her husband threw the party for her. So she was telling all types of stories and all types of lies. Christian was like, oh, you didn't want me there. And Malaysia was like, oh, so you didn't invite her? Like, why? Like, of course she didn't invite her. You know that they beefing. You know that they ain't friends. The last time these guys had a meeting, a little ponderosa to try to, smoothen that relationship between Cece and Christian. She invited the ops, she invited Jen. And so, and also Christian has chose sides. She has chose team receipts, team no receipts, team dragon breath, team bad breath. That's what she has chose. And so, Cece sees it writing on the walls. Why is she gonna invite somebody that don't really got her back, really not her friend, and siding with someone that tried to destroy her character, who she was as a person, she tried to destroy her professionally. Jennifer and Evelyn went after this woman's career, but what she does for a living, saying that she tries to use sex to help sell her business, that is defamatory. She can lose her medical license behind that, but nobody sees that this is real. This is one of the reasons why Tami was like, yo, I ain't being loyal to Jennifer. I'm just like, whatever. And so, because Cece was like, well, I've been invited to all your other 4 birthday parties in her little confessionals. Well, you guys are not cool. You're on the outs and you're just sitting there just caping for Jennifer. Were you and Jennifer smacking each other? You guys munching each other? What is going on? Because for you to be caping for somebody that you don't even know that well, and then the people in the main circle is not even caping for her, then that's a situation. People that known her longer wants to stay away, wants to keep her on that island by herself, then you should probably take a look at the whole situation and stop just rooting for Jennifer, because it got to be a reason why your cousin feels some type of way. She feel hurt, but your cousin's feelings are not important. Jennifer's feelings are more important. And then on top of that, you had the nerve to ask Jackie if she invited Jennifer. It's none of your business who's on her guest list. You don't even have that type of relationship with Jackie to insist if Jennifer's there or not. Like, so if Jennifer wasn't going to be there, you wasn't going to film, you wasn't going to go to Jackie PSA, or her shooting for the PSA, you wasn't gonna go. Like, why are you caping for Jen? She's a grown woman, and it just and she just add injury to insult to make it like she made it look like Cece made the right decision by not inviting Christian to her birthday party. So, and then Malaysia, she gets up, she walks away because she's too through. She can't believe how her cousin's wife is being so manipulated and just caping and just like not even being her own woman. I've actually like seeing the whole situation. Seems like she's so thirsty for attention, so thirsty to be on the show next season, that she's gonna do anything and everything. If she has to cut CC off, if she has to be bad blood with Malaysia, it's just all worth it. When Jennifer and her might not even be on the next season, you know what I'm saying? But Evelyn will be caping for Jennifer. Evelyn would not be caping for Christian. And Jennifer would not be caping for Christian to be on next season. So, like, come on, like, Cece and Malaysia are actually your family. You know them. You've been around them for years. You've been around them when there was no TV, when there was no, like drama type of environments going on, and you can't see through who you really know but you're gonna pick somebody that you don't know and has a bad reputation, that has already been accused of 2 rumors. She's been accused of the rumor, helping spread the rumor, and with the rumor with, CC giving $5 holla hollers, happy endings, and then now with the rumor with, Evelyn has slept with, Shawnee's ex. Like, how she has given you reasons not to trust her and not to be her friend, or to actually run towards Kristen and hug him. It's like, you know what, she is a vindictive person, she is a bad person, because these are her traits. This is what I seen, and especially what you've seen tonight when she tried to lie again and throw the blame on Tami. Like, miss me with that. So anyways, moving on from that, she's Malaysia's going to meet up with Officer Norman. She's going to face her fears, and we get to find out that Malaysia's brother was murdered. He had a twin, and his brother was murdered by the police. They was celebrating a New Year's Eve party. They was at the park. One of his brother was on the ground. They had the scene taped off. The brother was trying to find out what's going on with his twin, because they're really connected. Twins are really connected. And then he tried to see what was going on, and the cops thought he was a danger. He runs and he shoots, and the cop shoots her brother. She was like, my brother was running away. He wasn't running towards the cops. People are really afraid and really scared of the cops. Even the Officer Norman was like, yo, listen, there's kids that are afraid of me and they run, but I tried to build a relationship with the community. And that's why he's trying to advocate that, cops building a relationship with people in the community. But as you guys know, I have videos where cops just go around, especially in Florida, setting up African Americans and putting them behind bars so they can have a low rate of cases that are open. And so Malaysia, she cries when she first sees Officer Norman. She's nervous. She don't know what to do, but she doesn't want to live in fear anymore, and she doesn't want her children to live in fear anymore. And so she's really appreciative of Jackie having this PSA shoot, and she's going to have a party for the PSA reveal. So that's cool. I was just like, damn, Malaysia she was like, I feel like, I'm betraying my brother when I talk to police. It's just like crazy, because you get no justice if the cops actually murder your loved one. You get no justice at all, and they get to retire, then move on to a new police force and do it all over again, and have their pension too as well. So it's a sad situation. And so we get Shawnee and Tami, they actually meet up, and then Shawnee's just like, listen, I'm glad everything's all good with Jackie's play, because Tami brings that up, but she's actually was like, yo, I don't care if you and Evelyn ever get along or talk to each other, I'm done. Because now Shawnee is feeling the heat. She's just like, yo, I forced these ladies over and over to talk to each other and be friends, and now the shoes on my feet, I don't like it, and it's disgusting. I don't want to be around Jen. But she does do film with Jen, but she ain't trying to be a friend. She ain't trying to make up with her. She's like, maybe a year from now, but let this shit settle right now. Let it settle. So we'll see what happens with that situation. And then they actually talk about Reggie, and Tami talks about how like she's scared to marry Reggie. Things gonna change. Like, she just doesn't know, because she doesn't know if he's gonna want kids, this and that. And so Shawnee was like, yo, he been with you this long. I never thought you was gonna get engaged, because you're so pro being single and everything's going well. So just let it be. Let it be like a test period. You give it some time. You put the engagement ring on your finger and let it go and see what happens, because he's gonna actually think there's something wrong with him if you keep calling this engagement off, or you keep postponing it and stopping things. And so Shawnee was like, you can let the wedding, you can take forever to get married, but just put the engagement ring on. So Tami feels like, okay, that's a good idea. Let me do that, because I don't want to send Reggie the mixed messages where he thinks there's something wrong with him and that I don't love him and I don't want to be with him. And so now they're moving on. But Shawnee was like, I was surprised she even got engaged. I was surprised. Indeed, I was. But her to get married would be even more crazier. So Tami talks about, she feels that Jen is thirsty, and she's real thirsty. She's trying to exude that she's relevant. She's trying to exude that she got power, and you don't need to do that when you really haven't. She wants to feel important. She ain't, honey. She ain't. I was just like, yo, miss me with that. And so we have, excuse me, we have Kristen. Kristen meets up with, Jennifer, and she actually asked Jennifer, like, so why is you taking all the blame for it? She was like, so what makes you different than Tami? How come Shawnee's so mad at you and she's not so mad at, Tami? Like, you guys are both culpable. You guys are both bad people. You guys both did the wrong thing. It was like, Tami didn't do anything wrong. Only thing Tami did was not tell, Shawnee soon enough. She didn't make up no rumors. She didn't make up no lie. She didn't try to break up no relationship or no happy home because she felt like she wanted to get at, Evelyn and Shawnee's relationship because she was jealous. She didn't do any of that. And if Jen, like, it's like, Kristen, why don't you comprehend that this woman sat there and made up a rumor to try to hurt a family, try to hurt her kids, try to hurt Shawnee, try to hurt her husband, hurt Evelyn. Evelyn could have lost her bag and all that other stuff, and she didn't care, but she made up a rumor. She lied. You were so mad when, OG said something about your husband. Your husband really at home? Your husband, you sure he's at home? You sure he's with the kids? You got so mad because she was insinuating that your husband was cheating. It was unforgettable, and you was just so mad at her. So miss me with that bullshit. And Jennifer was like, well, I kept my mouth closed long enough, and if Tami want to keep running and she want to keep talking or whatever, then I got some proof. I got these text messages, I got receipts, honey. I got receipts, and she got no receipts. That's a sad thing. This woman talking about I got receipts at her age, and then saying that she got receipts when she don't have them. That's the sad thing when you don't have the receipts. You're supposed to be classy, but you just sit there and you just lie. You try to dress classy, try to make yourself look all professional, like you all dignified, but you really low class. That's the thing. Anybody that does what you do is very low class. People that utterly sit down and make up lies to try to hurt somebody and destroy them, lies. I can understand if it was real, but lies. Even like, Shawnee was like, so many secrets on Evelyn. You could have used any other secret on Evelyn. Why did you have to use a secret on a secret that has something to do with me and innocent people? And so, excuse me. So, Shawnee was trying to tell her that, like, basically Shawnee was answering the question for Kristen, because Kristen was like, what makes Tami different from, Jennifer? Because this woman made up a whole ass lie to destroy me, and she brought innocent people in. She brought Malaysia, your cousin, and she brought in Tami to use them to put the battery in their back to get at me, and then the heat comes down on them and not on her, and she looks like, oh, let me tell you, Shawnee, this is what Evelyn did. So, like, excuse me, I'm just like, damn, miss me with that. So Christian is just really like an ass kisser. So I wonder when Jennifer bent down and kissed, Christian, when they met up, did her breath smell like dragon breath? What did her breath smell like? Tell us, Christian. Let us know what Jen's breath smells like. So it is what it is with that situation. And, Jennifer's like, I'm going to stand up with my receipt. She didn't even answer, Christian's question. Maybe she answered it off camera, but I don't know. I'm just like, oh no. So we got Shawnee, she's shopping with her kids, and, they're going to buy, excuse me, her kids are going to be going to, one of her sons is going to be going to college. And the other one's going to be his manager, and they're going to live together, and she's going to get them a house and a place to stay. They were so cute negotiating, getting their mother to actually help them and assist them with their future. So I thought that was cute. And so, I was just like, it's just so messed up that, Kristen and Jennifer look so bad that they, and it's like, Kristen is like, oh, how come Tami's different? Like, why? You want Shawnee to be mad at Tami? You want Shawnee not to like Tami? You want everybody else to diss Tami and put her on that island because Jennifer's on that island because she created that island for herself? When you lie, you try to hurt people's families. Like, that's some real shit. Like, that's no joke when you try to bring other people into your lie that, ultimately will be hurt by this lie. So miss me with that. So everybody's at the party. They're at Jackie's party. And so Jennifer walks in and Evelyn's not there. And Shawnee got up and look, everybody just like, oh, like, you see how everybody was disgusted to see Jen. But Jen showed up because she need that shine. She need that camera time. And she don't know if she's going to be on next season. But and Jennifer had the nerve to say she get Oscar. She goes to Oscars parties. Oscars. to their parties, like, it ain't no big deal. And she was like, she got all this information to back it up. And so then, Christian is actually talking to Malaysia. She asked Malaysia the same stupid question: how come Tammy's not in as much hot water as Jen? And so this is when Malaysia tried to explain to her dumb cousin again that, hey, listen, she put a battery in my back and tried to use me on a rumor to get at Shawnee, to hurt somebody's family, involve me, and I'm an innocent bystander, and she made up this rumor. But Kristen don't see it like that. She still got that dumb, stupid, goofy dude look on her face, like, oh my goodness, I know your husband must be embarrassed to have you as his wife. You might be gorgeous, but you got pea brains, you got doodle brains. I'm just like, OMG. And so it gets cracking, the argument goes down, so then Christian asks, Shawnee the same question, like, hey, listen, how come Tammy doesn't get all the heat that Jennifer is getting? So then that's when Shawnee explains, so she brought two people into this whole lie, try to hurt my family and all this other stuff, and that the plot is just terrible, like what she did. So Jennifer's like, oh, I hear these people talking about me, so I'm gonna say something. So Jennifer's trying to show her receipts. She don't got her receipts. Tammy got her receipts, and she showed the text messages where Jennifer was actually trying to put the battery and Malaysia's back. And then guess what? Kristen still don't see it. So it's just like, miss me with all the bullshit. Kristen's just not going to see it. She wants to be blind. So she's the type of person to just have blind faith. Her husband's probably stepping out on her. He probably got a woman in the next room and saying to Kristen, there's nobody in there, believe me. And so it's just like, and so Tammy was like, you brought it up, you did this, you created this rumor, you created this lie, you told me about it, I told Shawnee, I've never heard about this rumor. I heard plenty of rumors about Evelyn, but I never heard the rumor that she slept with Shawnee's ex. And then that's when Jennifer was like, she did, you heard it, you never talked to me about it before, you didn't talk to me about it in Miami. Just like she said, the numerous people in Miami knew about this rumor, but nobody knew about this rumor because it would have been filmed on the show. And so we got to go back and forth, and then Jennifer's using bitch, but I guess they're bleeping it out because Tammy goes up to her and says, don't be calling me no more bitches. I don't want to hear no bitches. And so then Tammy was like, you told me, you called me up, you told me this secret, you told me this rumor, you informed me, I didn't know anything about this. And then Jennifer still can't take ownership, and she's just like, well, we did talk about it. You did bring it up to me. You gonna say you never heard about it? She was like, no, I never heard about it. I never heard about this rumor until you. And so Jennifer was like, well, whatever, like, you know what, then Jennifer goes to her fake phone. She can't bring up any of the receipts and or anything that she said that she told Kristen. Kristen's there looking, she don't see no receipts, but Kristen is still caping, so it is what it is. And so I'm just like, damn. And Jennifer, then Jennifer had the nerve to say, hey, you're the one that started the rumor, because she couldn't come up with no more lies. She couldn't think quick on her feet. She was under pressure. When you tell lies, you can't think quick, because she was just like, yes, I started the rumor. Me and you ain't never talked about it, but she just can't own up to it. She just can't. So it's just a bad situation. And then they go back and forth, and Tammy's getting loud, and she was like, yo, you the one did this. And then even, Malaysia was like, yo, you try to use me, try to make me a casualty. We talk all the time, and you the one always talked about this situation. You always brought up this rumor. You always brought up this stuff. You could have told me anything. You could have changed up the topic. You could have changed up anything, but you kept trying to insinuate and try to keep emphasis on me telling this rumor when we talked or whatever. And it's just like, yo, Jennifer ain't gonna own up to it, not at all. And she's still gonna lie. In the next episode, she's gonna have Evelyn to back her up to try to say that Tammy's wrong. Peace. I'm out.